Good morning on day 53. We are working our way out of the valley, which actually we've made pretty good progress on. We've about climbed this smaller mountain and we're gonna follow the saddle over to rejoin the trail in that direction. Gotta love these sunrises.
Wabbit.
Well, that's certainly kind of scary. You can see where slides have been happening. We are meant to traverse this, but we'll probably end up going a bit lower over that way. Also, the sky is still amazing. Yikes. Our early morning traverse, and now I get to walk on this eastern facing slope, which at least so far nice and dry. Well, that was short-lived. And this wins the Jenga Cairn Award. I still do this every day for a large part of the day. I think I don't usually show you because I'm trying not to lose my balance. These are ptarmigan, if you can see. There we go. I'd love for them to make the sound they make for us. It sounds amazing. I've been hoping we'd spot some ptarmigan sometime soon. Decent amount of ridge walking today, which is pretty cool. Open landscapes are really nice because you can see exactly where you're going. So our future is to cross this ridge line here and then head up that way. So we're pretty much right on the divide right now, and Jazz Hands was just kind of pointing out to me that it's kind of fun to think about this snow, like on this side, is headed to the Pacific, and then just the snow right over here, as it melts and goes that way, is headed to the Atlantic. We'll be walking this line, which is the divide. Things have gotten a little scrambly up here on the divide. One of the reasons we are hiking all up high here along the divide is to avoid some of these features down here. You can see we got some snowy bowls, and also this rock outcropping here is called the Knife's Edge. I think they just named those things that way just to make them terrifying, But the trail comes on this side of it, but then cuts over to the north side on the other side. And probably that would be pretty gnarly. So we're trying to do our different version of gnarly and just stay out of that. I just named this feature above his head as the dragon's back. It looks pretty scaly. Well, sorry, it's kind of windy. We just came around a rather terrifying peak. It took us a long time to find a safe way around it. And there were a few moments where we were like, should we bail? But then we didn't even know which way was the safest way to bail. But we backtracked a little bit, and then we're able to come around on the other side of the peak we were trying to get across. We're still following the divide here. I think that's the sketchiest thing we'll have to do, at least looking at the rest of the trail up ahead. But man, that was a tough one. That took us a long time, and I think both of us had moments of like, this is very scary, what are we doing? But breathe through it, and we made it. Amazing, we spent so much time on snow, and it looks like there's so many mountains that don't have snow. Anyway, that's the north side of the knife edge there. This below us we were also able to avoid by taking this high route. We are coming near the end of our adventure, today's adventures on the divide. We're gonna finish this ridge out and then go down in that saddle to the left where the lake is. It's been adventuresome. There's a pika on top of one of these rocks. I can see, oh, there he is. I can see him with my eye, but I was having trouble finding him with the camera. Little pika. Good morning on day 53. Actually, I think today's day 54. Pretty sure now. Morning on day 54. Another good morning from the ptarmigan. This is actually maybe the same pair we saw yesterday. He's doing a little bit of clucking. The trail, you can see the footprints right here, goes up and over this pass right here. There are some footprints that way. Didn't seem terribly appealing, and we saw some other tracks that, actually I'll show you this, kind of climbed up these rocks. And then basically we've made our own summit, so we're gonna follow that up to the top. Made it to the top. So, oh, they're just running over the ridge. There were some, I believe they're elk. You can maybe just see their heads. We've been following either deer or elk footprints this whole time, and it's amazing these things are up here, and sure enough, they're right on top of the ridge. They kind of ran away before I could get a good shot of them. We just climbed up to this point. It's a pretty impressive landscape. Next is to go off this way to the right. Well, the trail traverses this mountain next, but you can see on the far side, that's a nice big slide right there. And I just don't want to be the one that causes this other half to slide. So we're gonna do something different. We're gonna go this way, cut down along the snow, and then cut back up on dry land over there. This is so tiring. We finally made it down far enough to a place where we felt like we could go across. This is kind of nuts. Top of another mountain pass.
Yeah.
What a welcome sight. Well, today, like every day out here, was pretty exhausting, full of challenges. It's just very physically and mentally taxing to be doing the kinds of things we're doing every day. It's hard physical walking, but you're also making lots of decisions about navigation and safety, and yeah, it's just we're super pooped by the end of the day. Our goal was to get to Silverton in 6 days. Today is day 5, and there's no way we're making it in 6 days. We kind of planned around making it about 15 miles a day. There's not a single day we've yet hit that goal. The closest we came was 14. Today was about 12. So, fortunately, we both packed extra food, but I know we're both kind of like already rationing what we do have. So we might be a little hungry by the time we get to town, but I think we'll be okay. I mean, you don't die from hunger in like a couple days, a day or two. We'll be all right. But I'm also gonna have to start making sure I conserve my phone battery. So I'll still be able to do videos, but I may be doing a bit less than I would otherwise. So a few more days probably. It's an adventure. And right now, even though it's like lovely and sunny, it's 7 and something in the evening, but it's time for bed. Good morning on day 55. Little early morning alpenglow. Look at this lovely valley. This has actually been a rare sight on our hike thus far. We are still over 11,000 feet, but that's lower than we have been. Low down city. Top of another mountain is what we do. Up and down. This is Ute or Ute Lake. Not sure how it's pronounced. This is what a lot of the trails look like today. Wet and willowy. This is our first real stream crossing, I'd say. Well, we managed about 16 miles today, so we finally hit our goal of a 15-mile day. That puts us about 21 miles from Pagosa Pass, which is where we can hitch into Silverton. 10 of those miles are on the CDT, and then we actually have an 11-mile detour on the Colorado Trail to get to Pagosa Pass. We are hopeful that we can do at least most of those miles tomorrow. I think we do have a couple more passes in the morning, some more ups and downs to go over. Never know exactly how challenging that'll be, but we're hopeful we can knock out most of those miles tomorrow. And that means that we will be in Silverton the following morning / midday. So that's really exciting. And I think we're going to be okay on food because I packed food like a pack rat for this resupply. So should be good. It was a really pretty day. Excited for some sleep. Good morning on day 56. up here on Hunchback Pass. This will be the last pass we do before we meet that junction with the Colorado Trail and head to Silverton. It's been a pretty walk this morning. It's a trick pass. You get to the top and there's still more. Alright, and finally at the top, Hunchback Pass.
Yes!
Well, at long last, we have reached the Colorado Trail. We left the CDT over there, and then it's not much of a valley yet, but soon we'll follow this trail down into the valley and into town. So excited. Pretty incredible looking. And down we go into that valley. And the excitement is not quite over as we hike down the side of the waterfall. Thought I was gonna have to hike under that. There's some switchbacks over here. This is really pretty. Same fall from down below. Well, we are all set up for tonight. This will be our last night camping on this section. I believe we're just a couple miles from Pagosa Pass, which is where we can hitch to Silverton. I'm not sure exactly how far, but in any case, I know it'll be a pretty short hike in the morning, and then into town. This has certainly been a tough section, but I'm really glad I did it. Obviously, it was beautiful, but I wanted to do it. I don't know, like I knew it would be hard, and that's something I wanted to be able to overcome, I guess. And so I'm really happy to have made it this far, and I'm really glad Jazz Hands wanted to do it too. So that would have been a tougher call to make on my own, but yeah, but we did it, and I am so beat up. I'm so tired. I have fallen innumerable amount of times in this last section. I have bruises all over my arms and legs. Turns out I'm really clumsy in snowshoes. I just find a way to catch like either my own feet or something on the ground. I don't even know. I don't even understand what happens, but like I'll just be walking and then face plant. And so I've had several moments of just real frustration at not being able to stay on my feet. But I don't know, as I was reflecting on it, like there's been a couple times I've fallen really hard and like hit myself and had to kind of like evaluate the bone situation, and like I've always been able to be like, okay, like nothing broken, just bruised. And I don't know, I've been tossing that phrase around in my head today, like, okay, yeah, I'm bruised, I'm not broken. And I'm really grateful to have come through this section, and And excited for what's to come. I am hoping it's going to get easier from here. I really am, with the snow melting, and yeah, I do hope it gets easier. But like I said, I'm really grateful to have completed this challenge so far. I'm really excited to go rest up a little bit tomorrow in town. I'm not sure that my shoes can say the same thing about being bruised but not broken. These might be a little more than bruised. And they looked nothing like this at the beginning of this section. There were 2 little pinprick holes in this mesh. There was nothing wrong here. And they just got exponentially worse as the days went on. Good morning on day 57. Let's go to town. We made it. Man, it was a tough climb up here. Woo! So excited to be in this beautiful little town of Silverton.